Hey guys, this is Liz Canada from Sleeklens. Today I have a tutorial on how to use our Facebook timeline templates. I'm going to be showing you guys how you can customize them and put your own photos in them. These are really great to just either post on your timeline, or they even work in the format of a cover photo. And basically they let your customer base know if you're booking or just that you're available, or you can even just use them as a way to promote yourself. So I'm going to go ahead and this is what it looks like, or this is what this specific one looks like, but I'm going to be showing you guys how to do this one today. There are 4 different kinds though, so if this isn't the kind you're looking for, we do have other designs as well. So I have the template here, and once you upload the template into Photoshop, you're going to see the design instructions right here. So the first thing you're going to do is delete or turn off this layer, and you can do that by either hitting the little eyeball here, or you can just drag it to the trash here and delete it that way. So now it's already set up, but as you can see, we need to add our photographs in there. So what I'm going to do is I've got my photographs already loaded into Photoshop here. So as you can see, we have a clipping masks folder, and that's the folder you're going to use to insert your photographs. So if you can see, it's hard to see because it's very tiny, but it'll show you each clipping mask, so where each photo will go. So I'm going to start with the largest photo first, and I'm going to go and use this photo. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my selection tool here, and I'm going to select the entire photo, and I'm going to edit copy. So you can either go to edit copy, or if you're on a Mac you can do Command C, and then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to just paste that right into this template. So as you can see, that's a large image and it's taking up the whole template. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to your Move and Transform tool, and you want to make sure you have Show Transform Controls selected. Then you're going to go and you're going to take one of the corners here, hold down your Shift key because that'll keep the proportions of the photograph, and you can go ahead and resize it to the right size. So right now I'm using high resolution images, and that's why they are so large and I have to resize them down. But as a photographer, you probably will be using high resolution images as well. You can of course use these templates even if you're not a photographer, if you just want a template for your cover photo or for your timeline. Alright, so I've almost got it down to size here. Alright, so as you can see, I can just kind of place it over here and see how I want it. So basically what you're going to do is you want to make sure that the photograph that you're using is over top of, so the photograph layer is over top of the clipping mask you want to apply it to. So I'm using this for the larger clipping mask, the larger photograph, so I have it over top, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go up to layer, and I'm going to choose create clipping mask, and that will now kind of crop the photograph to the size that I want it. So of course we have a large base to work with the photograph here. If you want, you can still use these controls to resize the photograph and change the dimensions as well. Alright, so we've applied one photograph, so I'm going to start applying photographs into these little clipping masks right here. So because those clipping masks are kind of squares, you don't necessarily have to select the entire photograph. You can select the portion that you'd like. So I'm going to select this right here, and I'm going to copy it. Again, just pasting it right into the PSD file. And again, I'm going to have to resize it because it is a large file. Alright, so I've got the image right here, just resizing it to be quite a bit smaller. Then hit check, and then I want to put that, so I want to make sure that I have that layer photograph selected, so layer 2, and I'm going to put that over top of one of the clipping masks. So I'm going to put that over top of clipping mask 3, and then I'm going to go ahead up to my layers, and create clipping mask, and that's now applying this photograph to this clipping mask. So as you can see, I do need to make it a little bit smaller. Alright, so let's just go ahead and add our other files here. Again, using my transform controls to change the size here. Alright, and I'm going to be putting this one in this clipping mask up here. Layer, create clipping mask, and there we go. If you are using huge images, what you can do is you can actually resize the image if you'd like. I'll actually show you how to do that. So I'm just going to delete that layer real quick. So instead of sitting here and resizing it, what you can do is when you have the image open, you can go ahead to image size and change it if you'd like. Just make sure you have the little lock chain here or else the proportions will be off. So I'm just going to hit OK, change the size of the photograph. We're doing the same thing, just selecting the area I want, copying it, and I'm going to paste it in here. It's still going to be a large file, but it will be significantly smaller. Alright, so I'm just going to get this down to the size that I want. And I'm going to be using this one for, let's see, I'm going to be putting this over top of clipping mask number 4. Alright, and then we're going to hit layer, create clipping mask again, and there we go. I actually just added the same photo in there twice. I'm going to leave it like that. Of course, you know you can put whatever photo you want in there. Alright, so image size, I'm going to change this to 100 milliliters. Okay, there we go. Alright, and this layer 5 is going to go over top of clipping mask 5. You can go ahead and adjust that. Okay, so I'm just going to ignore the fact that I've used 2 of the same photograph. Of course, you can put whatever photographs you want in the clipping masks. So I'm going to go ahead and close the clipping masks folder. And now I'm going to show you how to customize the fonts here. So you want to go to Word Art, and when you open it, it's going to show you exactly where the text is. So if we want to change the text, so right now we have mini sessions right here. If you want to change that, get rid of it, do whatever, you go ahead and click the text box. Maybe you want it to say spring photo shoots instead of mini sessions, so you can go ahead and put that in there instead. And now for the spring word art, what we can do is I can actually show you how to change the color. So say you don't want it to be white, you want to choose another color. Just double click this box say that we want it to be a nice pink color. We can go ahead up here and change the color, and as you can see, as I move it around, it'll change, and hit OK. So now we've changed the color and we've changed the words here. And so now you know how to customize the text and to add photos to the clipping masks. As you can see, the now booking, that folder is in here too, and you can do the same thing. You can change the colors and the text as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial on the Facebook timeline templates.